There are some big-time playoff games going down this week in high school basketball, and you can catch the action live on the NFHS Network. Starting tonight, you can see one of the baddest dudes in the country, Nico Mannion, going for his second consecutive state title as Pinnacle takes on the number 2 seed Chaparral at 7 p.m. Pacific time. The 5-star Arizona signee put on a show in their 10-point semifinal win over Perry, scoring a game-high 42 points to go with 6 dimes and 6 rebounds, and the Red Mamba checks in as the number 1 point guard in the class of 2019 and is the number 10 overall prospect according to 24/7 Sports composite rankings. The top-rated player from the class of 2019, James Wiseman, and his Memphis East squad are also on later tonight at 8:45 p.m. Eastern time against Houston. Wiseman and the Mustangs are going for their 4th consecutive state title, but got to get by Houston in the regional semifinals first to keep their championship hopes alive. On Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time, you can watch the number 1 team in the country, McEachern, as they take on Peachtree Ridge with a spot in the 7A Georgia semifinals up for grabs. McEachern straight loaded with a bunch of ballers, including 2020 5-star point guard Sharife Cooper, who's in the mix for National Player of the Year honors, and they also got high riser 2019 Auburn commit Isaac Okoro, who is one of the best dunkers in the country. The Indians are 3 wins away from winning their first ever state title in boys hoops, and you can catch all the remaining action from the 7A Georgia state playoffs on the NFHS Network, with the semifinals being on March 2nd and the championship game the following Saturday on March 9th. Another team ranked in the top 10 is featured on Wednesday night, and it's number 9 Fairfax, and they're in one of the toughest playoff brackets in the country. They take on Corona Centennial at 7 p.m. Pacific time in the opening round of the CIF Open Division bracket, and this bracket features 4 teams ranked in the top 11 of the MaxPreps top 25, and it is likely Fairfax will face the winner of number 7 Sierra Canyon and number 11 Rancho Christian, with a spot in the state championship game on the line on March 5th. New York has produced some of the best basketball players in the world, but no high school player from the Empire State has scored more points than Glens Falls' Joe Girard III. The 2019 Syracuse signee just dropped 66 points in the semifinals to punch their ticket to the Class B Section 2 championship, which is on March 1st at 7:15 p.m. Eastern time against Chalmont, live on the NFHS Network. Up in the Pacific Northwest, you can see all the action on the NFHS Network. 5-star Jaden McDaniels and number 17 Federal Way, who were a top 4 seed in the 4A bracket, so that means they get an opening round bye, and they will await the winner of Mount Rainier and Richland on Thursday afternoon at 12:15. A potential semifinal showdown with Gonzaga Prep, a team just outside of the top 25, will go down on Friday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. If these two face off in the sems, it would feature the top 2 players in the state in McDaniels and 2019 Gonzaga signee Anton Watson. Some other top recruits featured include 2019 Kentucky commit Khalil Whitney and his Roselle Catholic squad. They are the top seed in the non-public Group B bracket and open up with Moorestown Beard on February 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. 5-star Trenton Watford and the number 6 team in the country, Mountain Brook, take on Lee Montgomery in the semifinals of the 7A Alabama State playoffs on February 28th at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. Mountain Brook is 2 wins away from winning its 3rd consecutive state championship, and the winner of their matchup against Lee takes on the winner of Hoover Baker on March 2nd at 6:45 p.m. One of the top multi-sport athletes, Jalen Suggs, is looking to do what he did in football this past season, and that's win a state title on the hardwood. The 5-star combo guard scored 30 in his last game in an upset win over De La Salle and looks to carry that momentum against Marantha Christian Academy on February 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Suggs checks in as the number 10 recruit overall in basketball from a very loaded class of 2020, and he's also the number 6 rated dual threat quarterback in football.